All right, Civ fans, update 1.2.3 is here, and we're going to break down everything. But before we do that, I had to take a look at Genghis Khan. He's in the game right now. Hey everyone, this is Connor here at Civ House, and I'm excited today to go through this update and be able to show off Genghis Khan. So here he is. We've got him and the new Civ in the game, or new Civs, maybe, I think. So let's take a look at everything, because I'm trying to figure out what's going on as well. A lot going on today here. So, Genghis Khan. The character model immediately looks cool. I'll move my big face so you guys can see him, more clearly there. But yeah, he's looking cool. Cool character model. Looks angry, as Genghis Khan would. He's an angry boy. Let's look at what he gives us, though. So 3 combat strength for cavalry units, so more cavalry units, or +5 when in an army commander radius. So I like this. Right off the bat, I'll just say I like it when new heroes or new leaders in games, whatever, things like this, are a bit more complicated than maybe the baseline, assuming that players have been playing the game more, would be able to kind of pick up some more intricate things. This feels like that right away. Army commanders have +1 movement, even when no units are packed into them. Interesting. And once per age, army commanders can use the Convert Independence action to convert adjacent independent military units to your control. Whoa. That's wild. That's a crazy ability. Okay, interesting. Wow. And his memento down here, tax-free and ready to ride, -1 gold maintenance on cavalry units, nice. He gets Mongolia and Bulgaria in exploration, and then the Mughal and Prussia in the modern age. Very cool. Genghis Khan. There he is. Seems like he's going to be pretty good right away. I mean, he's just better than Charlemagne, right? Straight up. Now let's look at the new Civs here, new Civ or Civs. Assyria here. I also really like this icon for Assyria. Really cool. Okay, there's Angry Genghis there as well. Love to see that. Assyria. Gain a technology upon capturing a settlement for the first time. Okay. Codices are not awarded from technologies. Can generate codices from conquest after completing the, civic. Okay. Interesting. So you get a civic unlock from your traditions pathing, I guess, and then that's how you get tech. Wow, it's fascinating. All right, and he has the Civ has rather a unique cavalry unit. Makes sense with Genghis Khan right away. Moves like a wheeled unit and has additional movement. Can move after attacking and ignore zone of control. Cool. Assyrian unique army commander. Turn down this game audio just a little bit. Unique army commander. Infantry and cavalry units within the commander radius have +5 combat strength against districts. It's pretty good. We have the Assyrian unique quarter here. Created by constructing the royal library, yep. And sales +2 production for each great work in the settlement. Wow, this is so fascinating. Citadel is +3 production, 2 happiness. +1 production adjacency for wonders. Yep. Royal Library, +3 science, 2 codex slots. This looks like a really, and it goes into the Abbasid. Wow. This feels like it's going to be really good right away. It feels really balanced. You have great units. Wow. This feels really stacked right away. That's probably the point. But this would be, how this all works in play would be interesting to actually get into, though, right? Man, super, super interesting. In any case, I don't know. I think that's the only new Civ. I could be wrong, though. I am wrong. Haha. The Dai Viet. Probably saying that wrong. Apologies. Let's take a look, though. Cultural Expansionist. Receive 5 culture. This is Exploration Age, by the way. Receive 5 culture for each urban population of the settlement when you construct a fortification constructible on standard speed. Wow. So, okay, this is cool, though. This is actually a reason to use fortification buildings. There's really been no motivation, I feel like, otherwise, outside of just purely necessity needing to defend yourself to use them so far. So, pretty cool change. Alright, looks like we have a new wonder as well. The Thon Hue, maybe. Alright, we have a unique ranged unit here, the Voi Chin. Looks like it's an elephant ranged unit, has increased combat strength, cost, +1 sight, and +1 movement. Can move after attacking. So are these texts? This text is horribly hard to read over his character image. I don't know if that's always been the case. It just feels hard to read to that. That seems really good though. Sight, movement. Yeah. Unique settler as well. When this unit settles, receive 5 culture for every tropical tile within 3 of the city center. Scales by game seed. Wow. I guess it's just a one-time boost though. So probably just decent. I think if you're already really cultural though, it's pretty good. But there's a lot of dependency there right away with the tropical tiles, all that. And the Water Puppet Theater. Super cool sounding building. +4 food, +2 happiness. If built on floodplains, +1 culture each time the settlement has received... Wow, I can barely read this. Fertility from a flood, storm, or volcano. Improvements, buildings, and districts in the settlement do not get pillaged by floods. Unique improvement. Dude, this is so hard to read. I don't know what's going on. Is it just me? Everyone let me know in the comments. My gosh, so hard to read. Does not remove warehouse bonuses on a tile. Must be placed in existing improvement. Okay. So, I mean, I like this. This is another thing, like, similar to the fortification bit. There's really been no, like, building... you know, kind of gameplay mechanic interaction with floods or these things that provide fertility, which is, I think, is a new, like, I've never seen that term spelled out in the game. I obviously know it existed, but +1 culture each time this settlement has received fertility from a flood, storm, or volcano. Wow, that is so, I mean, I feel like that is really good. Really good. +4 food, 2 happiness too. If you're on floodplains, you could just spam those, turn them into cultural monsters. That feels like it's going to be incredible. Wow. And I don't think we're getting any new modern age civs. Nope, I don't see any new ones there, unless I'm just wrong. Nope, these are all classic old ones here. So yeah, interesting. Well, I'm gonna hop over to the website that this is on, and for the full patch notes, and we'll get a full deep dive going there. All right, now that we've taken a look at the leaders and civs in the game, I thought we'd go through the full patch notes here. I did a kind of like a preliminary deep dive on this, like a reaction to the trailer, and so we already have a general sense of what is coming here, but I did want to actually hop on and go through all the details of the changes. That way we just kind of are all on the same page about what's coming. So, let's just kind of get into this here. Yep, all this stuff is basically just classic. Alright, aim to maintain backwards compatibility for existing saves as much as possible. Best experience, recommend starting a new game. Yep, I feel like that's going to be the case. Bugs or issues. Yep, feature, spotlights, age transition improvements. In our June 10 check-in, journey so far, what's ahead. Mentioned there would be feedback. Let's look at the new continuity option. Over here, yep. You can now pick the type of age transition you want with the default option called continuity and the existing option called regroup. Here's what you can expect from continuity. Your units will stay where they are from the previous age, yep. Units and other players' borders will go back, yep. This is basically just exactly what the trailer spelled out. I would read this out loud, friends, but it's exactly the same as what the trailer stated. So if you're wanting to get caught up on some of the stuff maybe I'm skipping over here, we do have a video just kind of breaking down the trailer for this update. Check that out as well. I don't want to be too redundant though for people that are watching both videos. All right, relationship management makes sense. They talk about the decay here. Relationships are now going to kind of decay. Everything to bring them back to neutral if you're not interacting with someone, basically good or bad, right? On both ends of the spectrum. You now got end of age warnings, so you can turn on a ticker basically that tells you you've got 10, 20 turns left to the end of the age. Gives you a chance to adjust. Auto explorers here, this is big. They talked about how scouts and these tier 2, tier 3 naval units, excluding the COG, are going to be able to utilize auto explore, as well as all naval units in the modern age except for the submarine. They talked about kind of the reason why they held off on this was to give players a really robust opportunity to have explored the map and kind of been in the mind of the scout, like, you know, just to kind of like force players to use their scouts intentionally. Now we're just going to send them off and auto-explore them for sure. New commander, we've already done a lot of a deep dive on, but this is a good look at the promotion tree. So let's take a look at this. Jungle Warfare, +5 combat strength for units in tropical terrain within the command radius. Nice. Metal and Courage, +5 combat strength for units in friendly territory within command radius. I mean, that's +10 combat strength in command radius, tropical friendly territory. That's crazy. That's a lot of combat strength. Wow. Wow. Okay. +3 combat strength for land units in the command radius when Trung Ni is adjacent to at least 2 enemies. +5 combat strength with coordinated attack. +5 combat strength against fortified districts. +15 combat strength for this commander when defending. This is a beast. I mean, a lot of these are stackable. I mean, tropical terrain, friendly territory, 2 nearby enemies, using coordinated attack against a fortified district. If you do all those things, it's 23 combat strength. That's insane. That feels like it's going to be really strong. It replaces the leadership one, which makes sense. So wow, I mean, I think Trung Troc just got a lot stronger. That feels, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just misunderstanding or misremembering combat strength numbers, but that feels extremely significant. Extremely. And they can defend themselves. 15 combat strength when defending. That's a solid unit. Wow. Sorry, I don't know why that just feels insane to me. Okay. End of age countdown. Already gone over this. Yep. So these are just recounting that these are new things coming to the game. Makes sense. Gameplay. Advisors. Advisors are going to be a little bit better now. The war weariness, nuclear weapon, these are just kind of fixes, right? Age transitions, already cleaned up. Diplomacy. Effective preservation society, social policy can no longer be stacked. Sure. Relationships pulled back to 0 over the course of the game. This makes sense. Stronger on the hostile side than the friendly side. So there are more ways to hurt a relationship than improve it. Yeah, I was honestly expecting a bit more like depth to some of this stuff, but I guess, I mean, a lot of it was just purely spelled out yesterday. So, some economy adjustments here on the Aloy Kalo, for example. Legends and Mementos, miscellaneous. Okay, let's just kind of look at this miscellaneous real quick. Okay, yeah, increased to 12 max players for huge maps, kind of cool. Future Tech Civics no longer grant wildcard attribute points, now give a random attribute point instead. Yeah, it's just some balance. Jaguar Slayer and the Chowsky unique scout units now have the dog ability. Wow! I mean, that means can you pet a Jaguar now? Sounds awesome. That's my favorite unit in the game. Maya's Jaguar Slayer is my single favorite unit in the game, I think. So, pretty cool. Let's see. Commander attack. Duty ability heroic assault is no longer available to target the enemy units inside a walled tile. Okay. Recommended civs now properly appears. Age unlocks. Now, forgive me. I may not look at the UI. I respect that there's a lot of changes here. Look at this. It's great. But I'm so sorry, friends. I don't really want to read through all the UI changes on this patch. If you want to, I will link the full patch notes in the video if you want to take a look. But I'm guessing it's going to be really cleaned up. I mean, that's just kind of more of the same, I would think. All right. Some narrative event updates. These are just all tuning slots. Now this is a friendly note from my friends over at Firaxis putting out these releases. Please show me what it was. I just don't remember what the second options reward was. You know, it's changed to plus 25% production. I get that. What was it? You know, that would be super helpful in evaluating what these things are. I could go look and find old entries and cross-reference it to Civilopedia or something like that, but that's just, kind of wild that it's not there. Audio improvements, great. Right to Rule is big. There's Right to Rule Part 1. So we've already looked at some of the stuff in-game. But yeah, we have Genghis Khan, 2 new Civs, Assyria, and Dai Viet, and 4 new wonders. We haven't taken a look at the wonders yet, so hopefully we can find those here. Second part of Right to Rule, currently targeting September 2025, will include the leader Lakshmibai? Man, butchering that one. And Sia and Kajar. Interesting. A lot of stuff I've not heard a lot about previously, a lot not known about. So we've already looked at Genghis Khan's abilities in the game, don't need to do that. Same for Assyria and Dai Viet. Let's look at the wonders, though. We have the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. We have the Wat Zhang Thong. We have the Grand Bazaar, and we have the Ubudia Mosque. Wow, you all are getting to watch me say some words I don't usually say. I would love to see what these did or anything more about them. But that is the bottom of the list. Let me quickly check and see if I can find what the wonders do, and if I do, I'll come right back. All right, alas, the wonders are not uploaded on Civilopedia just yet. However, as soon as we have information about them, we'll be sure to either make a video about it or add a comment to the post, something like that. If you are watching this video and know what they do, you want to throw a comment on the post, that would be huge. I'll pin it. Thank you all so much. Really excited for this. I mean, not as much of a deep dive as I was expecting to do, because a lot of this really was covered in the trailer. However, it's incredible to see Genghis Khan and the new Civs in the game. I am immediately going to go play a game of Civ using all this new stuff. Very, very excited to try it all. But let us know in the comments what you're thinking about update 1.2.3. Is it good? Is it bad? I'm very excited about that. I'm just eager to play. And anytime that an update does that with Civ, I'm grateful for it. So let us know, like I said, what you think in the comments. And from our house to yours, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time.